I'm Jennifer Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, and today I am going to do a fun project with you that is spring inspired using a scrap piece of wood that I've been laying around and this really cute cutout that I got from Hobby Lobby that says blessed. So let's get started. So I really haven't done much prep other than just kind of sand off any really rough edges. And I've got some of my sea glass paint, and this is by Debbie's Design Diary, DIY paint. And as you can see, I'm to the bottom of the jar. So we have like the end of the pile here. So I'm gonna put it out onto a plate. This is just a foam plate that I'm working on, and so this will allow me to add some water to it. And I'm just going to use my fun little mister bottle and just spray some water on there and try to reactivate some of that paint. So this just goes to show you that you don't have to throw away even that stuff at the very bottom of the can. So I am just going to go ahead and paint on a full coat. And then we're going to get out a fun roller to use as well. So I am going to paint the front and the sides, and probably even just paint the back just so that it always looks nice no matter what side you're looking at. So while we're waiting for our sign to dry, because I did paint both sides, we're going to go ahead and get started on our cutout word here. And like I said, you can find tons of these at Hobby Lobby. They're fun. They come in a couple different sizes, and they had a lot of different words. So I just grabbed one that's kind of spoke to me and thought it'd be great for a spring project. And we're going to be using the Bondago black. Okay, this is my paint and primer all in one, and I'm going to be doing a foil finish on this. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this 100% with my black Bondago, which means I got to get in to all the nooks and crannies and all the outside edges and get 100% coverage on here because it's going to look best if it's completely painted. So I might even have to get a smaller brush and get into some of those tinier areas. Once you finish painting in one direction, just go ahead and flip it over so that you can hopefully see everywhere that you missed going the other direction. Okay, we're going to let that dry, and then we will inspect it and make sure we caught all of those little nooks and crannies. So I finally got the word blessed painted, and I do have to say it does take a little patience to get in all the nooks and crannies, but we did it, both sides. And now our next layer is going to be our foil adhesive. And I like to take this out of the can and put it onto some kind of a plate. I like a foam plate or whatever you have. Sometimes it's a little on the thicker side, and if it is a little thick, you can always add a little bit of water. Okay, I'm using a mister bottle where it just barely sprays on a little bit of water. And we are going to brush this onto the top side of the word. So we are going to completely cover the top section, okay, so just the flat top section, because we're going to transfer a foil onto here. And to transfer a foil, you have to apply our foil adhesive down first, allow this to dry to a firm tack, and then it will transfer our wonderful foils. So I'm going to brush this on completely, and I'm going to also try to come through here and smooth out some of my application marks so that we won't see all those brush strokes, okay? Okay, so once you have your word completely covered, and I'm just kind of like coming back and grabbing any areas that I got too thick, you need to let this sit and dry for no less than 30 minutes, preferably an hour. And any place maybe has gotten onto the side of the letter, I'm not going to worry about, because when I'm completely done transferring the foil, I'm going to top coat it and protect it with a clear coat. So our next application is going to be actually using one of our stamping rollers and putting this really cute pattern on the board for our sign. So we'll have some background pattern to attach the word bless to. This one is called Flower Power, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it. First, I always like to use just good old press and seal, and I'm going to put this on top of my tray. Okay, this makes noise. That's always not the best sounding noise there, but I find this is just the best surface that I have created for loading my rollers. Okay, so I've got my paint, just my serving tray, and this is just like a restaurant serving tray. You can find them just about anywhere. And I'm still going to be using the DIY paint, and this one is called White Swan. And I'm going to put some out on my tray, and then we're going to load the roller. So let's see, let's just pour some out, okay? Don't need a ton of it, but you need enough to get the entire roller with product on it. So we're going to see if that's enough to start with. And then we're going to grab our roller. Okay, so the stamping rollers come, this is the handle itself. So if you order a handle, you're going to get the blue handle part, you get the L shape, which has a little nut here, and you put these two pieces together, and then it comes with the sponge applicator. So the sponge applicator is placed into the holes, the back set of holes that's closest to the handle, and then you're going to load this first. So you want to go ahead and load this like you would just about any other paint roller, okay? And make sure that you have 100% coverage. And if it if it's not picking it up in one spot, then make sure that you are using a brush or something that you've got paint throughout the entire roller. So if I'm not getting full coverage on here, I'm just going to grab my can of paint, and I'm just going to make sure that I have full coverage, okay? And this is a thicker paint than a lot of other paints. I always have found that the DIY chalk paint is pretty thick. So you can always just take your little mister bottle and just give it a fine, fine mist just to add a little tiny bit of water, okay? So now that I know I've got full coverage on my sponge applicator, I'm just gonna roll back and forth a few times and just try to make sure the paint is evenly distributed throughout the roller, okay? Okay, I'm just going to try to get my board in a position where I can roll across here, and hopefully you can see the whole thing really well. And then we are just going to roll across the surface, and the pattern transfers beautifully. Now see also the angle of my roller, okay? You want to have it up at a little bit of an angle so you don't go too low and drag the sponge, okay? Oh, look how cute that is and how simple and fast. So we're going to let this dry. So our foil adhesive has had plenty of time to dry, and now I have picked this really fun foil pattern. This is called Wild Leopard Spots, and it's in our gold, and I've already cut a piece off of the roll. Yes, I am one who loves to mix patterns, okay? So yes, I'm putting animal print with our really cute flower power flowers from our stamping roller. Okay, so all I have to do is lay this over our word, okay? And I'm going to take just a rag that I have and just rub it along the surface so that it is going to adhere to the foil adhesive. And if it's got any wrinkles, you can kind of lift it up and let it sit back down, okay, so that you can get rid of your wrinkles. And then I'm going to grab a scrubber brush, and I am going to scrub on the surface. And this is a plastic bristled brush. They're stiff, but it is plastic, okay? And this is one of the best ways to transfer your foils. Okay, so let's peek and see. Oh my gosh, that comes out to such a soft gold background on that black. This is going to be so cute. Okay, let's just make sure that we've got everything transferred here. Woohoo! Look at that. Look how simple and easy. And you can see how well it transfers because the word blessed is actually out of the middle of our foil. So I'll probably use that for something else. Who knows? So the last thing that I need to do is we are going to go ahead and, oh, look how cute that is going to be. How fun. Okay, I am a whimsy at heart, so I love doing things that are mixed match patterns. Before we glue them together, I'm going to clear coat everything with our satin top coat. This product is by Golden Paintworks. So I'm going to go ahead and top coat everything, and then we're going to glue it together, and I think we're just going to add a fun ribbon. So one of our final steps here is just to glue our word onto our sign, and I have it facing me because I have to determine if I've got this straight, okay? Because it's in cursive, it is just kind of interesting. So I'm going to lay it on here approximately where I think I'm going to put it on the sign, and that way I know where I should put the glue as well, because I don't want to put the glue to where the letters are going to come off. Whoopsie, and I already went down there, okay? So I was trying to make sure I didn't put the glue down in any of the areas that it's not going to be attached to the sign. So that's why I'm doing it this way, and I already blew it because I was just kind of outlining the letter, okay? Now I'm using Aleene's Tacky Glue. This has been one I've used for quite a few different projects. It seems to adhere things really good, but grab whatever glue works for you. And just make sure you don't do what I did and put it too low, okay? Okay, let's hope we've got enough. We're gonna flip over. I'm gonna try to determine that I've got this centered and where I want it on the sign, okay? Because we're gonna try not to have glue slide all over the place. I'm just gonna add some pressure to it. Make sure that I have everything glued down. I'm probably gonna put a soft towel on here and a couple of cans so we'll hold it down for a few minutes. We're gonna add a couple of hooks and some beautiful ribbon, and we'll show you how it looks when it's done. So here is our finished project, our blessed sign, a little foil, a great stamping roller, and look what you have. How cute is this?